All right, I think we're going. If not, so be it. So today, like I said, first of all, welcome. But like I said before, this is going to be a lot of me talking and us just kind of like, who's here? Martha. Yay! Join us. If you're on that side of the room, you'll angle your mat this way. If you're on this side of the room, you'll angle your mat this way. That's been the hardest part so far. But we're getting through it together. Where's John?
You come up here. In bed.
Oh, shame.
Really?
We'll shame him later.
Okay, so some of you guys may be like, if you are used to me, first, my name's Lauren. If I've never met you before, I think I've met most of you. But if you're used to coming to my classes, you're gonna like leave today being like, what just happened? Like, who was that or whatever? And that's okay because this is different. This is not something that we currently offer. And the reason why we're having the introduction to level 1 is so that you have a foundation of knowledge to come into a standalone Pilates class. Drop in Sunday, just come in, get a good workout, and leave, and go about your business. And after that, you can come back whenever you want. We're committing to the 4 weeks together so that we can go on this learning journey, and we have a clue. And because Pilates is not really something that I can do, and then you see it and be like, okay, I know what you're doing. It's not a jumping jack. Okay. A lot of this is going to be very inside of yourself. Okay, we're going to talk about like the inner unit and the pelvic floor and all this squeezing and smashing and weird breathing. And you just can't see that. And the movements are so small once you get into the forms that if you're just doing them and you're not doing the breathing and the squeezing and all this stuff, you're going to be like, well, that was the worst workout and waste of time of my life. And I don't want anybody to ever feel that way about the class that you come to with me. Okay? So as questions come up, please don't hesitate to ask. Hey, Nancy. Raise your hand, yell at me. This is not to be like insanely formal or whatever. Sharon's just like. So anyway, before we start though, and this is you guys are going to be like, this is so weird. What are you doing? I know that you guys paid your $8 or whatever. Okay? I don't. First of all, I don't care about that. But and I know that you showed up here today. Okay? But I want to ask you to go ahead and just give me permission to teach you. Okay? Use your mind. Give me permission. I don't need you to say it out loud. But if you are here and you came because you want to have a good Pilates workout and whatever, that's not what's going to happen in Intro to Level 1. Okay? So we're going to learn, hopefully, together. I want to learn, about your body, and I want you to learn about your body. Okay? So go ahead and just give me permission to do that. Okay? So now that that's out of the way, we're going to talk about a lot of a balance between mobility and stability. Okay? So once we get into these movements, there's going to be a lot of not moving. Okay? That's your stability. That's your squeezing. That's your holding. Okay? There's going to also be some mobility. But the mobility can't happen until you've nailed the stability. Okay? Maxine's looking at me like, yes. Okay, so a couple of keywords we're going to go over because I'm going to be yelling cues that maybe you're not used to, okay? If you've been in Pilates before, this is going to be really boring for you, okay? If not, then great. Control. So you are going to be in control of your body during all of the movements, okay? Sometimes if you're in like fit and toned, I say I want you to have controlled movements. I want you to, whatever. And you're like, okay, but at the end of the day, you're doing a jumping jack, right? It's a little bit different as far as control goes because you're going to have to focus very inwardly, really squeeze and get all that junk out of the way before you can get into your mobility movements, okay? So whenever I say control, I'm not saying it just to talk. I'm saying it because I want you to control your body, okay? Is everybody awake? If you guys want to lay down, you don't feel like you have to sit like this. Yes, Lauren. Yes. Okay, just be comfortable. We're just sitting. Okay. But it's important to note that you do have control over your own body. And once you build the strength through some of these movements, you're going to have more and more control because we're going to get into some spinal alignments today that we just play with, okay, to explore and kind of see where we're at once we get onto the mat. And you're going to think, gosh, I didn't know I was this off-centered or off-balance or whatever. And that's okay. It's important just to remember that you can't ultimately control that, okay? But you got to use your mind, you got to use your body. And that's another reason why we don't have music going on, because we're already going to have music going on, okay? So another thing that we are going to focus on that a lot of times we don't necessarily focus on is precision in your movement. So we're going to practice on having perfect technique for every movement, of every repetition, of every exercise. Perfect, okay? Do we have any perfectionists in the house? Type A personalities, no else? Okay, see, you guys are going to love it. Harvey says carrying us. You guys are going to love this. That's going to be great. Some of us, we're going to struggle a little bit, and that's okay, okay? But that is going to be, that's going to be our sole focus. So because of that, a lot of the Pilates movements in traditional classical Pilates, you do not do many repetitions, okay? We will not do more than 8 repetitions of anything that we do together. Yes. Right? So the days of 24, and go for 5 minutes and I'll call you off, you know, that's not going to happen in here. Okay, so don't feel like you have to not have that perfection in your movement because you need to save some sort of energy, okay? Because you don't need to. Moving on, we're going to talk a lot about breath. So Joseph Pilates, the creator of Pilates, first of all, let me just say, he was not some like dancer, yogi, guru that like sat around and meditated all the time. I don't know if you guys know any or have researched any of the history, but like he was recruited by the German army during like some big war to like train the soldiers, like the German army, okay? And he did that through his Pilates work. So this is not going to be me like humming and saying, oh, be peaceful and inhale love. Like there's a time and a place for all of that. You can do that. That's wonderful. That's not really my personality. So I'm allowed to jump around and yell and say, control, breathe, whatever. And don't say, that's not Pilates. You're not being very nice. Because it is still. Okay? He was a cool dude. Go home and Google it. A lot of it's just legend, but I think some of it's pretty cool stuff. So anyway, he says that the breath connects the mind to the body. So if you meditate a lot or you do any of that kind of stuff, you may be like, yeah, it does. If you don't ever think about your breathing because you breathe and you've been alive for however many years and it's not been a problem yet, then this may be a little different, okay? And that's fine. And oftentimes, whenever we are strength training, we inhale on the relaxation phase and we exhale through the major contraction. That's not necessarily always going to be the case with Pilates. Anytime that you have your spinal flexion, if everybody do that, what'd your breath do? You kind of inhale, right? Everybody goes, and then maybe you do this, it kind of goes out, right? And so that's the natural way that we're going to breathe through Pilates, basically. And so we will talk a lot about the breathing in this class, okay? So not necessarily, again, like coming in and having a Pilates workout for an hour and then leaving with, you know, a six-pack and whatever. But coming in, and we're going to talk about the breath, and we're going to practice the breath with the movement, okay? So this is all just practice. There is zero pressure here. That's why we can sit like this and get away with it. Okay, so now we're going to move into talking about a couple of prime positions, okay? 2. We're going to talk about neutral spine first. So, your neutral spine is whenever, this is my handy dandy notebook because I don't want to lie to you. And I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So your neutral spine is going to be whenever your hip bone right here, you can feel it, dig in there, you're allowed to touch yourself in here, and your pelvis bone, your pelvic bone, are in line. So like right here, I'm not, but here, kind of, and yeah, don't be weird about it, it's fine, okay? So lay down. I invite everyone to lay down. Yeah. Oh, this is so nice, right? Okay, now everybody, I would like for you to make a diamond with your hand. And your pointer fingers are going to go on your pelvis, okay, your pelvic bone. And you're going to rest the heel of your hands on your hip bones here, okay? So you've got a little diamond. Okay, now, I want you to wiggle around. Wiggle around. Keep your butt on the ground. Keep your lower ribs on the ground. Go ahead and bend those knees so you can plant the bottom of your feet. That'll help you find your space. Now, wiggle it, tilts the pelvis forward and back until you realize that you have a flat hand. Flatten it all the way out. Okay? So if your pelvis is up, you need to tilt it down. If your pelvis is down, you need to tilt it up. Can anybody tell me that the heel of their hand is in a perfect straight line with their pointer finger now? Yeah? Karen says yeah? Okay, so hold it there. Hold it. Just stay there. You can take your hands down now. Okay, but don't move out of the neutral spine. Maxine's like, I need to look up. You're fine, just stay where you're at. Okay, hold the neutral spine. Do you have a little bit of room between your spine and your mat?
Yes.
Yes, we naturally do. Because we have a butt and there's junk back there in the way. So that's your neutral spinal alignment. In a perfect world, okay, if you've been doing Pilates for like 7,000 years and you were like the strongest, fittest human, you would start all of your Pilates movements from the neutral spine position. We're not going to do that, okay? We're going to what's called imprint, because that's going to stabilize your low back and that's going to keep you very safe. Because once you are in your neutral alignment, which you still are, yes?
Yes.
Stay there, lay your head down, everybody relax. I'm not going to come around and kick you or anything, okay? You don't have to watch me. Keep the neutral alignment and lift one foot off the ground. Don't roll, don't do anything weird. Now pick the other foot off the ground. Are you still in neutral? No. No. Okay, drop it down. And you may have been, but it would be really, really extremely difficult to have really worked for me, okay? So, that comes back to the stability. So, to stabilize ourselves more and to keep ourselves very, very safe, we're going to do what's called an imprint, okay? So you are in neutral spine now. Your heels are on the ground, okay, your feet are on the ground. I want you to keep your lowest rib on the mat. Keep your butt on the mat. Now press your low back into the mat. Make it touch all the way. Got that? Are you holding your breath?
Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty. Okay, now relax out of it. Okay, see, I saw a big relax for some people, and some people didn't relax so much, and that's okay, because we all have to work at different degrees to get to that imprint. So imprint again. Keep the head flat on the mat. Don't pick it up. Keep the hands down by the body. Press the low back into the mat. Okay, are you holding it there? And you're breathing. Okay. Now tell me honestly, are you squeezing your butt cheeks?
Yeah.
No, okay. If the answer is no, keep doing what you're doing. If the answer is yes, chill those suckers out. Like, let them go. Yeah? See, this is a safe space. We can laugh. Okay. But keep the low back into the mat. Don't squeeze the butt cheeks. Don't squeeze the hamstrings. Are you there still?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now pick one leg up. Keep the low back in the mat. Pick the other leg up. Keep the low back in the mat. Don't hold your breath. Now straighten the legs out. Is the low back still in the mat?
No.
Okay, regroup. Relax, completely relax. Go back to neutral spine, heels down. You guys are like, this is crazy. You're doing a great job so far, okay? We're in neutral spine. Now imprint. Low back is down. The bottom ribs are down. The butt is down, but it's not being squeezed. Now, pick your right leg up. Keep the low back imprinted. Okay, pick the left leg up. Now extend them. Take them slightly forward. Keep the low back imprinted. Are we there?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say?
Yep.
Okay, I thought you said no. I was like, Jack, come on, you're better than that. And everybody relax. Very, very good. So it's important to note that the pelvis tilts just a little bit differently in the imprint than in, yes?
When I lift my legs, I feel my back start to arch.
Yes.
I try to push it down, but it comes up.
Yes.
I'm supposed to do that.
Right now, yes. We're going to build strength to combat that.
All right.
Absolutely. And that's what a lot of people were experiencing, yes? Whenever you extended your legs, your back wanted to arch, yes?
Right, yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Very good. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the scoop. You guys can sit up if you want to. You can stay laying if you want to. It doesn't matter to me. There's every, oh, look. Oh, some people change their hair. I like it. Okay, cool deal. So, Now we're gonna talk about the scoop, okay? Anybody know what the scoop is? You have any?
Part of it.
The scoop.
What?
The scoop.
My batteries are out. Sorry.
I'll be louder, okay, good. Okay, so you know how like you scoop ice cream?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, and then it kind of like hollows out the pretty ice cream that was once all there. Okay, so your body is gonna kind of have this scoop. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it. Sit very comfortably. Cross your legs in front of you if you can. And we're just relaxed here, right? Okay, so everybody knows where your pelvic floor muscles are, right? In here, deep down in here. Cool, they're the ones that help you not pee on yourself. Okay, now we're gonna squeeze those muscles from front to back. Got it? It's inside of you, I don't know, I have to believe you. We're squeezing them from front to back. Okay, now squeeze them from side to side too. Okay, now lift them up inside of your abdomen.
What?
Lift them up into your abdomen. So you're still squeezing front to back, you're squeezing side to side. Now lift them up inside of you. Now pull your belly button in. And pull it up too. And now you're scooped. Now everybody breathe. Okay, the trick is you start all of your Pilates movements with the scoop. You hold the scoop the whole time. On your back, on your belly, no matter where you are scooping. And you have to breathe like that. That's why we're having intro level one, y'all. This is insane. Okay, so we're going to do it again. You can close your eyes, I don't care. Do whatever you need to do, because this is inside of you. Pelvic floor muscles. Yeah, we got them? Squeeze them front to back. Hold it. Now squeeze them side to side also. Now lift them up into your abdomen. Pull your belly button in and lift it up too. And just hold it here. Don't hold your breath. And relax. Everybody goes, see, it's that forward movement. Okay, now we're going to do it on the mat. Okay, so lay down. And remember, if you're on this side of the room, that head goes this way. If you're on this side of the room, that head goes this way. You're fine. It's fine. Lay down nice and flat. How's everybody doing? Are we awake or are we just over it? We good?
Yeah.
Okay, this is exciting stuff. Okay, so we're not going to be in any sort of spinal alignment right now because we've got enough to worry about. Okay, we're going to scoop. You're laying there, you're breathing. Now squeeze your pelvic muscles front to back. Try to breathe while you're just squeezing them front to back. Now squeeze them side to side as well.
You mean pull everything from the sides to the middle?
Yes, yes. Now squeeze them, pull them tight up into your abdomen. The pelvic floor comes up into the abdomen. Now pull the belly button in and pull it up. Relax.
This is the beach pose, right?
This is how you pose in your beach pictures, Joe says. That is accurate.
The side to side that I saw.
The side to side is insanely, it's just like, it's a lot, okay? Because again, we're connecting the mind to the body to make this happen. And it's just like, who does this every day, right? Okay, and a couple of notes while you're here, you're kind of just resting, kind of regrouping because we're going to go through it again. Some people may have a weakened pelvic floor if you've experienced childbirth, if you have suffered any trauma to the area. So don't be like super hard on yourself, okay? We're all working at different levels, and we're gonna do our darndest, that's for sure. Okay, let's scoop again. Lay nice and flat. Everybody, deep breath in and out. Now inhale, squeeze front to back. Hold it, exhale. Inhale, squeeze side to side. Hold it, exhale. Inhale, lift the pelvic floor into the abdomen. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, bring the navel in. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, bring the navel up. Exhale, hold it. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8. Everybody breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's 1. Excellent. Very, very good. We feel good about that one? We've got the scoop, right? And this is something that you can practice anytime. Okay, so now we're going to go into another position. And this one is going to be optional. So we'll go into the quadruped. So your hands are down and your knees are down. Okay? If you are not comfortable in this position, you can stay flat on your back. Okay? The option is yours. Okay? So we're going to scoop here. But we're also, it's fine, they can stay flat if they want to. Alright, we're also going to do the opposite of a scoop, which is basically what you don't do in your beach pictures. Okay, so it is going to be, you're going to stick your belly out, and then you're going to scoop. Okay, it's not going to turn into cat and cow. This is not a flattering look on anybody. Okay, just leave your inhibitions at the door. It's fine. So your knees are directly under your hips. Your wrists are directly under your shoulders. Okay, your toes are dug into the ground, bottoms of your toes into the ground. Now, stick your belly out, but don't arch your back or flex it. Stick your belly out. And now scoop, all at once. Stick it out. Scoop. Don't tilt your pelvis though. Stick it out. Scoop. That butt wants to tuck in, doesn't it? Belly out. Scoop. Last one, belly out. And scoop. Now hold the scoop. Just hold it here. Inhale. Now scoop deeper. Inhale. Hold it. Scoop deeper. Engage the entire pelvic floor. Hold it. Last one, exhale, scoop deeper. Don't bring the butt in. And relax. Oh, good. Come back to a seated position here.
It's hard to talk during it, huh?
It is. It's insanely difficult to talk while you're sleeping. Try it sometime. Okay, so very good. Do we have a general idea of the scoop now? Yes? Okay. So you're going to learn to scoop while you imprint also, but we'll worry about that later. There's also another term that I'll use a lot, brace. So bracing is pretending basically like you're getting punched in the gut. Okay? So you would brace before somebody would hit you, right? So it's kind of just that final engagement, and it kind of calls on what's called the outer unit more so than the inner unit. And the inner unit is more like the pelvic floor and the muscles that we were using. The outer unit is going to engage some of the back muscles, some of your erectors. They're going to help you there. And then it's going to kind of pull around this sheath. It's going to pull on some of your fascia, so kind of like that chicken skin that you peel off before you cook chicken. We've got a lot of that. And you can control that to an extent too. So that's what the brace is really going to do. It's like everything's hyper aware, and that's like the cherry on top. So go ahead, sit with me. Sit up nice and tall. Scoop. Don't go through all the steps, just scoop. Now act like you're getting punched. See what happened? You had more! And it was like kind of up here a little bit, maybe in the back a little bit more. Okay, relax. As if there were a thing at this point, we're like, okay, scoop. Now brace. I saw it on some of you. You're like very serious right now. I love it. Okay, very good. Relax, relax, relax. Breathe. Take a break from me for just a second. Roll your neck out. You guys are allowed to talk to each other too. Like misery loves company sometimes. If you feel like you're really struggling with something, you're like, hey, does that suck for you too? They'll be like, yeah, it really does. That helps. So anyway, moving on. Okay, so we've talked about the scoop. We're talking about our alignments now. We've got 5 things to talk about. So we talked about the scoop. Now we're going to talk about our rib cage position. Okay, so the rib cage is always closed. That's not to say that you're like this. your rib cage is closed. So you have muscles under here, and you're gonna go whoop, you're gonna close it. And it's always down. Okay, so you have these cool muscles on the inside of you that are pulling these rib bones down toward your hips. You're going to engage those too, as if scooping and bracing wasn't enough, and you've got to breathe, and we'll get there too. Okay, so now close your chest, not your shoulders, but your ribs. Squeeze your ribs together, and then pull them down toward your hips. You kind of have to make this face, don't you? Like, do I have it? Okay, relax. Now do it again. Squeeze them together. And take the ribs down. See, it's very much inside of yourself. This is fun stuff. Now relax. Okay, now we're going to lay down. Don't you love this up and down? Lay down. Get nice and comfy. Feet are on the ground. Go ahead and find your neutral spine for me. You can do the little pelvis diamond if you want to. That's a great tool. Okay, neutral spine. Remember, your neutral spine leaves a little bit of pocket of air under the low back. Okay, the bottom ribs are on the mat. The shoulders stay on the mat. The shoulders are down away from the head. Okay, we're in neutral, right? Now everybody imprint for me. Yeah, low back is into the mat now. The butt is not squeezing tight, it's relaxed, it's just hanging out. The lowest rib is on the ground, the low back is on the ground. We're there, right? Now we're going to go through our scoop steps. Everybody go ahead and squeeze your pelvic floor front to back. Continue to imprint, continue to breathe. You're on your own as far as breath count goes for right now. Now squeeze your pelvic muscles side to side. Don't lose the imprint, don't squeeze the butt cheeks. Now, bring the pelvic floor up into the abdomen. Continue to breathe, please. Squeeze the navel in. Lift it up. Okay, we're imprinted and we are scooped. Now, pretend like I'm coming around. I'm going to punch you in the gut. Brace. Breathe. And now, we're going to close our ribs. So close them. Squeeze the rib cage together in front. And bring your lowest rib down towards your hips. Keep holding it. Everybody breathe. Continue to close the ribs. Continue to scoop. Continue to imprint. And breathe.
It's hard to bring the ribs down while you're lifting the other
It is.
While you're bracing.
It is. Now everybody relax. Breathe. Like, get some good breaths here so nobody passes out. Yeah? Is everybody doing okay? No?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to do that one more time. Go ahead. Imprint. Scoop. Brace. Now close the rib cage and pull them down. Hold this position. Now we're going to talk a little bit about your breathing. Okay, Pilates breathing is lateral breathing, meaning that in all of your positions, I should not see your chest or your abdomen rise and fall with your breath. Okay, so you laterally breathe by inflating your lungs to expand outward. This sounds crazy, doesn't it? You can do it, okay? It is crazy, right? But you can do it. It's very cool. So you're going to expand out and expand back in. So the ribs are closed. The ribs are down. We breathe sideways. Use your mind to do it. You can do it. And you can put a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly. And breathe. And if your belly comes up or if your chest comes up, you are not breathing laterally. Some people are smiling. It's like, yeah, I know I'm not. I already knew it. I didn't need the hands. All right, relax. Relax everything. Oh. Okay. Now, only worry about the breathing right now. So in order to do that, we're going to set ourselves up by closing the rib cage, pulling them down. That's all I want you to worry about. Don't imprint, don't scoop. And breathe from side to side. You should feel your lungs going out to the side and into the center.
That's not a natural movement.
It is not a natural movement, but back to the element of control, you're able to cause your body to do it, right?
Right.
Right, thank you. Use the hands again if you need to. One on the chest, one on the belly. Breathe. Make the air go from side to side and then back in. All right, everybody relax. I want you to sit up nice and tall and find a partner. It doesn't have to be somebody that you like or somebody that you don't have to know them. I don't care. It's fine. Partner, everybody has a partner. You can have a group of 3. If you don't have a partner, you have to speak up. I can't read your mind. Okay. Now, what you're going to do, one partner is going to sit. You're just going to sit. I don't care how you sit. And you are going to laterally breathe. I'm not asking for much, right? The other partner comes behind. Can I touch you? Yeah. Okay. And the other partner is going to put your hands on the back of their shoulders, right here. And your hands, you're going to be able to see go out and in. Look, she's doing it. Okay? So, you're chasing each other. Okay? Both partners are down on the mat. Okay? If you're in a group of 3, you watch the hands. Take turns, okay? Practice together, learn together.
We don't know how to go, so you got.
That's fine. That's fine. We're talking about it. Talk to each other.
So you can sit on the mat.
Laterally breathe. Breathe out.
And what am I feeling?
You are not feeling for anything. I want you to see your hands are going to, without you doing anything, they're going to go out.
I don't know.
And in. You're just breathing. I haven't heard it over. Okay? Yeah?
It goes out.
Okay. You said you're not doing it. Okay. No, I'm kidding. So your hands are here. Okay. Now breathe out to the side. Okay, then you're right.
This is hard.
It is. It's not going to be easy.
Ideally, right?
Oh,
Okay,
you want to move.
Oh, you do? Oh, this way.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go out.
Okay.
And you want, you guys take turns as you want, flip flop around, okay? Or you just run in your back. Okay, so what you're doing is here. Sit up right here.
So you're breathing.
Okay, so your hands here. Now breathe laterally.
Both of them going, but you're not lifting your shoulders, right? You're doing it with your breath.
I'm trying, but
Yeah.
this is, that's the hardest thing so far.
Might be doing
Okay, keep practicing. And you guys switch through. So what you want to see is this. I mean, my ankles to the sides, okay? Yeah? You guys flip flop around, play with it.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
very good. We should see your lungs and not
Okay,
your
right.
pride.
Now you're going to breathe out. Laterally. Okay. And it's not going to move a whole lot. Okay, are you facing me? Okay, so now I'm going to go. Yeah,